Well, good morning, good people. Mark Holmes here. And as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. It's getting kind of ugly right now in Cowboy land with the Micah Parson situation. It seems like this is blowing up right in front of our faces as we speak. Clarence Hill Jr. seems to be the point man in the middle. What we can say is we've been kind of led astray a bit where the Cowboys think one thing, and of course there's the Micah Parsons side where there is nothing as far as what we've been told is there's kind of a handshake, wink, nod deal. We heard back in March, Jerry Jones basically saying, we've had discussions and things like that. That didn't include athletes first, David Magenta, the agent, and Jerry Jones seems hell-bent on circumventing the proper channels and have yet to reach out to David Magenta. Now, here's the problem for the Joneses, and maybe it's because they can see the writing on the wall that literally athletes first owns their ass. That Dak Prescott, Micah Parsons, Oksendikizua, all of them, Tyler Smith now has athletes first too, that they are coming for that cash. And Jerry Jones is trying to stop the onslaught. It's not just about Micah Parsons' deal. It's about dealing with everybody going forward, because now what's happening is every player that's a high-profile player of the Cowboys is looking for athletes first to be able to fleece the Dallas Cowboys. So let's refresh your mind here with Jerry Jones.
When you say most of the issues you have an agreement on, you're talking about money?
Of course.
Yes.
But the contract issues.
Right.
Term.
Yes.
Term, guarantees, money, all those things. We've had a meeting of the minds on.
Why have you not had that same meeting of minds with his agent?
Well, I don't know that, it's I'm the one who has to sign the check, and Michael's the one that has to agree to it. So that's the straightest way to get there is the one writing the check and the one agreeing to it talking. And that's the principle that's involved here. And I understand all the other issues, but as you know, it's not uncommon for me to negotiate directly with players, and I've done that. And so we are there. I don't view it as urgent at all. And, some say, well, we'll talk.
When you say most of the issues you have an agreement on, you're talking about money?
Of course.
Yes.
But the contract issues.
Right.
Term.
Yes.
Term, guarantees, money, all those things.
So that's Jerry Jones back in March. Clarence Hill has been the point guy, I guess you could say, on this, or the middleman on this, because he's covered both sides of the situation. So this started out last night. And this back and forth, we had, of course, Micah Parsons clamping back with the Michael B. Jordan shot of him from the movie Sinners, where it's kind of like, yeah. So Clarence Hill, 9 hours ago, I've been on the Micah Parsons contract story from both sides. When Parsons' brother talked about a deal being done in March, I didn't react. A high-level source told me about a verbal agreement, then Jerry Jones confirmed at a meeting of the minds at the owners' meeting and again before the NFL draft. I said there would be no deal without the agent, and now there has been no movement forward. The Cowboys have not reached out to the agents. The Cowboys were miffed that I pointed out that they can't cut out the agent. So the Cowboys were pissed off that you said that you can't cut out the agents. Now, Micah's calling cap on the verbal deal. Jerry Jones said that there's a meeting of the minds on a deal. Pen is not on paper. Stay tuned and don't come for us. Now, that's what I put out there earlier. Just a few moments ago, we've got this, again, from Clarence Hill. There is no deal, and there has been no conversation. Let me clarify that. There is no deal, and there has been no conversation. The meeting of the minds that Jerry Jones talked about at the league meeting and before the draft does not matter. There is no deal and no more conversation between the two sides. This is a game business for the front office, which has done thousands of these. It's very personal for the player. Jerry, call the agent. So this is kind of getting to be ugly. And this is where I said, the Cowboys are fortunate that Micah Parsons basically has been saying the right things. Hey, I don't have to be the highest paid player and things like that. I just want to get my deal done. He has come hat in hand. And I said there would be a point where you just get tired of waiting. And instead of being Mr. Nice Guy about it, which he has been, and instead of being Mr. Nice Guy, you start playing hardball. And see, the Cowboys, let's be clear here. We do not need a Micah Parsons coming in after training camp. You got a new defensive coordinator. You have all these new pieces. We need to go to training camp whole for once. We don't need a holdout. Last year it was CeeDee Lamb. The year before that, it was Zach Martin. Okay? Before that, I believe we ended up having Dalton Schultz not showing up for stuff and things. Why do we always have to do this ugliness every off season? There's no more leaves that you need to see falling for Micah Parsons. There's no more leaves. There's no more, let's see what the market is. The market is only going to go up and will continue to go up. Every day that you wait is longer that it's more of a chance that somebody else gets paid and the market continues to get reset. And worse than that, I'm not worried about $2 or $3 million a year on the salary cap as much as I am having a Micah Parsons who just says, F you, I'll show when I get my money, and it hamstrings the team. Because ultimately, right now, what the Joneses are doing is they're screwing the whole team over. Micah Parsons has done everything that you've asked him to do. He's shown up for voluntary workouts. He's becoming a team leader. He hasn't thrown you under the bus. He's done everything right. He's performed on the field. And if you had any doubt on that, take a look at the Cowboys defense when he was out those 5 games versus when he came back. You had a guy who had 12 sacks in 11 games. Jerry, enough is enough. Get this thing done. Swallow your pride. Deal with the agent. Get this thing done and move on. We have one hellacious schedule, and we don't need this as a distraction. Stay tuned, people, because this thing is probably going to get uglier before it gets better. Why can't we have nice things? Why can't we have nice things? Damn, Jerry.
I'm standing here. You make the move. You make the move. It's your move.